Hello children, welcome to Max Tips for All. Today, let's learn fundamental concepts including fundamental operations. Let's start with the introduction. Constant. What is a constant in an algebraic expression? Constant is nothing but the integers 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on up to 11, 12 or any number without any variable beside it, and it has a fixed value is called as constant. See, in this algebraic expression here we are having the two algebraic expression x plus 7, 2y plus 15. In this 7 is called as constant. See, before this 7 or after this 7 you don't have any variables, and even with this 15 it's the same, you don't have any variable over here, so this one is called as constant. Okay, I hope now you are very clear with what is constant. Once you know this, then only you can move on to the problems and solve any kind of algebraic problems. Next is variable. What is variable? It is a alphabets which is assigned with any value. Letters used in algebra are called as variables. Just now we have seen in the previous example itself. So it's the English alphabets. The numbers are called as constants and the variables, alphabets are called as variables. See here, x plus xy minus z. In this x, y, z, all these three are variables. These variables can be assigned even with any values. That is, it might be 2x, 4z, minus 3z or anything. But x, y, z, any English alphabets are called as variables. Even in the second example, 10z plus 3m. Here z and m are the variables. I hope you understood it. Next, move on to term. A term is a combination of constant and variable. Term is nothing but a combination. It means that you will have a variable or constant or both. It may have both of them. So let's take an example for our clear idea. First one is 5. See, 5 is a term. 5 is a term, but it has only a constant. A term has only a constant. Even 5 is called as a term, but it is a constant. 5 is a constant. This single alphabet is number is called as constant, but it is a term. Next example, x minus 8. In this you are having two terms. X is one term and minus 8 is another term. So here it is a variable. X is variable and 8 is a constant. Okay, it has a separate. In this term you are having only a alphabet. In the second term you are having only a number. Third example is 4x divided by 3a. Here how many terms are there? This division, it is completely 4x minus 3 completely is considered as a term. It's a single term. Here how many terms are there? Children, can anybody guess it? See, 4x by 7a is one term, 3y is another term, and 56 is another term. So here you are having three terms. Always remember the terms are divided with plus sign or minus sign. When this constant or variables are divided with division or multiplication, it is considered as a single term. See, the 4x divided by 3a. It is divided with division sign, right? It has a division sign, but it is considered as a single term. Even here, see, 3 into y. Here you are having a multiplication sign in between, but it is considered as a single term. But see here, 3y plus 56. This one is considered as a two term. 3y is one term and 56 is another term because it is separated with plus sign. Here it is separated with minus sign. So it is also considered as a two term. X is one term, minus 8 is another term. I hope it's very clear. Next, what is an algebraic expression? Algebraic expression is a collection of one or more terms. It may contain one term or more terms, and it is separated only with plus or minus sign. And algebraic expression, the terms are not divided with, not separated with division or multiplication. It's a very important rule that you have to remember this. Here it is having two terms, 4x plus 2y. The multiplication is there in between this 4 and x, but this 4x is considered as a single term. Now let's consider another example. 3xy minus 7. Here 3xy is one term and minus 7 is another term. Here you are having two terms. Here 4my divided by n is it's all together, it's considered as one term. Division also together is considered as one term. 8m is another term and 7 is the third term. So it is having three terms. M into n plus 3n plus 3. For your clear understanding, I have wrote it like this. Actually in some books they will write it as n. So it is divided with multiplication sign. So here m is not considered as a single term. n is considered as a term, one term. M and n together into, when it is divided with, separated with multiplication sign, it is considered as a single term. n is called as one term, 5n is another term, and 3 is another term. So these terms are never separated with multiplication and division. You have to remember this. How to generate an algebraic expression. From a statement, you can generate an algebraic expression. It will be helpful for you in further studies. The age of the boy is 4 years. The age of the boy is 4 years, more than the age of his sister. He is 4 years more than his sister, who is x years old. Here x is the age of the sister and the boy is 4 years more. So it will be x plus y. The algebraic expression should be x plus y. I hope you understood how you got this algebraic expression from this statement. It will be helpful for you in further chapters. A number n is 12 times the number x. It is 12 times the number. So it is 12 times more than this number. So the number will be 12 into x. That is 12x will be the number. You have to multiply this 12 into x. 5 times of a is decreased by 6 times of b. See, clearly understand it. 5 times of a. That means that it is 5 times more, right? 5 times doubling, it's doubling 5 times. So it should be 5a and is decreased by 6 times of b. What is the 6 times of b? Is 6b. And what they are telling is decrease. Decreased means, so you should get minus sign over here. Okay, it should be 5a minus 6b. So here we got an algebraic expression, and the result after performing this operation obtained is decreased by. So after getting the result is decreased by, decreased means it should be minus 8 plus c. So the answer will be 5a minus 6. Here we are telling decreased. So we are placing a minus sign, and we are after getting the result, we are just decreasing by 8 plus c. We are decreasing after the result, we are decreasing it. So it should be 8 plus c. We are decreasing. So we have placed a minus sign in between. From this result, we are removing this 8 plus c. Then what are the types of algebraic expressions? Monomial expression, that is an algebraic expression that has only one term, is called as monomial. Here are the example. X is having only one term. So x is an example of monomial. Minus 7m divided by 8 is another monomial expression. Next, binomial, an algebraic expression that has two terms. It should have two terms. This is the example. 2a plus b is a binomial. and 7x divided by 2 minus 8. Here it is a binomial expression. Here 7x by 2 is one term, minus 8 is another term. So it is having totally two terms. And that it should be unlike, not a like term. Trinomial, an expression that has three unlike terms. So all three should be unlike term. In our further slides, we can learn about this like and unlike terms. 7x divided by 3 minus 8y plus 5. Here we are having three terms. So it is a trinomial. Multinomial, it has more than 3. It may be 4, 5 or anything. It is called as multinomial. Next, constant polynomial. Every constant numbers such as 7, 0, 8 divided by 5, minus 12, everything is called as constant polynomial because it is fixed. It does not changes any value. So it is called as constant. Degree of monomial. How to find the degree of a monomial? We all know that monomial is having only one term, right? The degree of a monomial is the exponent of its variable. See, in 4x square, in this 4, what is this x? X is a variable over here. X is, what power does this x have? X is having a power of 2, right? So what this variable, what the degree this variable have, that is 2, right? So it is considered as a degree of monomial. Next example, see here 8 x square y to the power of 4. Here it is a monomial because it has only one term. So it is monomial. And what is the exponent of the variable x? It's 2. And what is the exponent of the variable y? That is 4, right? So we can add this both. That is 2 plus 4 is 5. So 5 is the degree. 5 is the degree of this monomial. Then in 4 is also a monomial, right? It has only one term, that is 4. What's the degree of this 4? 4, it's 0. It's 0. Degree of polynomial. Now for a monomial, just we have only one term and we have easily find out the degree of that. Now we are how can we find a degree for a polynomial? That is, it has number of terms, right? So here 5x to the power of 4 plus 7x to the power of 3 y to the power of square plus 2xy square. So here it is having one term, two terms and three terms. It is having three terms, right? So how to find the degree for this? Let's consider each term. Okay. Firstly, let's take this 5x to the power of 4 term. We have taken over here. What is the power of the variable? Exponent of the variable, that is 4. So just the degree of this term, only this one term is 4. Let's consider the second term now. That is 7x to the power of 3, y to the power of 4. The variable x is having the power 3, exponent 3. And y is having the exponent 2. So you can add this 3 plus 2, that becomes 5. Now let's take the third one. That is 2xy square. What's the degree of this? For x, you don't have anything, so it should be, can consider as 1, and y is having 2. So 2 plus 1 is 3. Among these 3, which number is highest? Which is the greatest? Normally 5 is the greatest. So the degree of the polynomial is 5. So 5 is our answer. Now let's know what's the like term. The terms having the same literal coefficients or alphabetic letters are called like terms. Let's consider example so that I can explain you clearly. See here 5x and 8x. Here the the variable is same, right? So it is called as like terms. If the variables are same, simply you can remember like this. If variables are same, see x, it's same. But the number is different, that doesn't matter. But it is called as like term. See 3x square y to the power of 5 and 5y to the power of 5 x square. Here x square y to the power of 5 is same over here. This both are variables are same. So it is considered as a like terms. I hope you understood what is this like term. Let's move on to unlike terms. Terms having the different literal coefficients are called as unlike terms. Simply you just remember the variables are different in this. See, x square and here x, which is different. So it is called as unlike term. 3x to the power of x y square and 4x to the power of 4y. Here see, x is having a 1 power here. Here x is having an exponent of 4, which is different. Even if the y is different, y to the power of square and here y. So it is different. So it is unlike terms. I hope you understood the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell button. Check the description box for the number system integers as well as fundamental concepts. Thank you.